All right, in this video, I'm going to be going over the 3 things that I wish I knew before buying my first house. Even though my first house was a condo, house is just more SEO friendly. Anyways, let's get into this video. I'm that agent Kelly. I talk about Canadian real estate in my local market of Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. And hey, if you guys enjoy my content, subscribe to the damn channel. Like this video, and if you want to chat one-on-one, you can do so by booking a call with a link in my description. Number 3, it is worth it to pay a premium for quality. Now, for some people, you may not have the option to pay a premium for quality if the top of your budget is dog units. However, if that's the case, I would always say that buying is usually better than not buying, regardless. But me, in my personal situation, I did have the option to buy something a bit more quality. My approval was, I think it was like 400,000. I ended up buying something for 275,000. So at stretching myself at that extra 125,000, I could have got something a lot better than what I ended up buying. Even if I had spent like an extra 40K, the unit that I got would have been much better than the one that I ended up with. And the problem with lesser quality product is it still appreciates, but where you actually end up getting a problem with it is when you're in a down market, lesser quality product does not sell. It just sits there. It will not move unless, of course, you completely drop your pants and give the buyer a smoking deal, which I assume you probably don't want to do. So the beautiful thing about having, quality product is that it will sell in any market, right? And what ended up happening to me earlier this year is I wanted to sell my condo and upgrade into a detached home because detached homes were down like 600 grand and condos had only fallen like 50K. So there was a massive gap there. Now detached homes are back up. Condos have barely appreciated, whatever, right? But back then I could have sold my condo and upgraded to a detached when those two product types are a lot closer together. But because I have a lesser quality product, there's no way it was going to sell back towards the end of 2022. So when you buy a more quality product, it gives you more options, more flexibility, and more liquidity. It'll also sell a lot easier and appreciate better. Number 2, you're gonna live there longer than you think. You will likely be in that first home a lot longer than you think. So I would plan to live there for at least 5 years after you buy your first home. So whatever you buy has to be tolerable, or at least think that it will be tolerable for at least 5 years. I made the mistake of getting into it thinking that I'd only live there for 3 years, sell it, and move back to Surrey, because I moved from Surrey to Abbotsford. Well, we're going on year number 6 now, and I'm still living in this condo. However, now I've made some money, and I'm currently selling off some of my assets, and I'm gonna sell this condo and then upgrade into that detached home. However, I definitely haven't enjoyed the last 3 years of my life as much as I would like to, because I'm living in a 1980s condo in the not so great part of town with no in-suite laundry. So although it's done well for me, I made some money on it, I still would have liked to have been out of there a lot earlier. So I would just recommend that whatever you do buy, plan to live there for at least 5 years. If you can get out in 3, hallelujah, but you're probably going to be there for 5 to 7 years. But to add to that, even if I didn't want to sell this condo now and I just wanted to rent it out, it would actually be cash flow positive, because when I bought it, it only rented for $1,050. Now it'll rent for $2,100 a month. So I may have some options now regardless. I may not actually have to sell this condo, but we'll see. And the number 1 thing I wish I knew before buying my first home, and this is just an extension of 1 and 2, but it is the most important to me, is never ever buy a condo without in-suite laundry. I have been living in a condo with no in-suite laundry for nearly 6 years now, and it is absolutely terrible. Not only does it make my unit harder to sell, it just makes my life in general a lot harder. It's a lot harder to do laundry. It's a lot more inconvenient. I find that the clothes I actually want to wear are rarely ever clean because of it. And then obviously, you know, if you're not wearing what you want to wear, you don't feel as good. That comes off on your confidence. And I probably end up selling less homes and making less money because of it. So if I could recommend any one thing to any first-time home buyer out there, unless, of course, it's at the top of your budget and you're in North Van or somewhere in Vancouver, do not buy a condo without in-suite laundry. Everything has gone great for me, but honestly, I would not recommend it. I would never do it again. And if that was my only option, I might even just continue saving up. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm that Agent Kelly, and I'm making moves to move you. Peace.